Let me show you how to improve your Magnatomic Flux Constriction first stage unit on the warp engines of your Starship Enterprise, coming up next. Hello everybody, my name is Trevor Slescu and I'm the owner of Monster Hobbies in High River, Alberta, Canada. Today is another great day where I'm going to show you how to improve the look of your warp engines by helping you correct your Magnatomic Flux Constrictors first stage, which is basically those little plates that sit right underneath the front of the nacelle of your warp engine. Now, AMT, when they built this kit, made them as one solid piece, clamshell kind of thing. So we're going to show you how to improve that and make it look more realistic to the model. So let's go down to the bench and see how I'm going to do that. Welcome back to our bench, and here we have our model again, and we're going to take a look at those Magnatomic Flux Constrictors. Okay, so we have to open our box, of course. We'll just put the lid over here. Now, what is a good idea is to actually go back and look at that video on building our warp engines, the original old one that I did, and you'll see how I reinforced the warp engines inside here and all that. So this video is going to be a little bit of a kind of pretend thing, in a way. I'm not going to glue this engine together in this video, but what we want to concentrate on are the little plates that go underneath here. So as you recall, there is a little line right here and a little alignment line right there on the engine. And we need to look in our box here and just find our constrictors. Maybe from here out I'll just call them constrictors. It's kind of repetitive to say Magnatomic Flux, you know. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these out with my pliers. And I only need one, really. So I just put all this over here. And like I said in the introduction, that is the three of them all put together here. And as you may remember, or when you watch the other video, you'll know that one edge goes to this molded in line, and the other edge goes to that molded in line. So there you have your chiller as a one-piece unit, just sitting like that. Now, there's two ways to improve this. So let's go down to the bench here so I can zoom in with the camera and you can see what I'm doing. Here we are again, back on our bench with our warp drive engine and our Magnatomic Flux Constriction first stage unit sitting right here. And you'll notice on the warp engine there's those marks that I was talking about. Let's see. Yes, that line. And there's one on the other side, and when you actually put the chiller unit right there, you'll notice that it will block off those nice rings that are there and just kind of leave that indentation. Now, if you look at your instruction sheet, you'll notice that those are actually broken into three separate units, and you can see the rings through the units. So there's two ways to do this with the chiller, and the first way is actually to take your hobby saw and cut all the way through like that. You know, cut this one off, move the saw over a little bit and cut that. So you're cutting them apart. So you'd be left with three of these separately. Or you could take your saw and cut down until you hit here and make two cuts. One, two, actually 3, 4. And then take your hobby knife and use the blade upside down across this way a bunch of times till you cut through. And that will leave you with these three being attached, but these being open. I'll just go show you an example of this actually. And here we have my original Enterprise model kit, where I did exactly that. I took the unit and sawed down, as you can see there, and now you can see some of the rings through there. But this time around, I'm actually going to cut these apart into 3 components so that you can see how that would look. So we're going to take our Atlas Super Saw, and we will just try to work around the tripod again. Always a problem. Okay, let's see. How can I hold this? Just really do a demo run. Alright, here we go. No, I don't want to force that. Okay, so actually what I think I'll do is just see. Let's see if I can saw it. Real awkward. Would be better to saw it downward from the top. The only thing is, how would I hold that? Well, I hate to do this, but considering I have to work around a tripod, yeah, I would recommend sawing this. Ooh. It's a brutal way. Never do it that way. Okay. Well, let's take this end here. So I got my sandpaper block, and I will just sand away that extra. Maybe you want to keep it so you can see where that edge of the sandpaper is going. Make sure it's nice and square. So keep in mind you've got a center one here. Oh yes. Before you get cutting, you should take your half round and get rid of these 2 buttons that are sitting there. There. Get rid of those 2 buttons, file them down so you get a nice snug fit against your warp engine there. Okay. Just clean up that edge with your hobby knife. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll cut this off camera and then show you the 3 pieces. And here's what these look like when they're cut apart. And just for contrast, there's the original. And as you can see, of course, these little plates now look quite a bit better, detached from the chiller as an entire unit. So one thing that you can tell, the center one, they should all be about the same, but you'll notice that the center one is just, well, if the camera can focus in here. Notice that the one in the center is actually taller than the 2 outer ones. And if you file down your little dots, you can still sort of see them in the plastic there. Maybe not under my lights, but at any rate. So there's our thing. And the front edge, I don't know how well you can see this, but the front edge of these are beveled forward. So I've just roughly clipped our warp engine together just to give you an idea. I'm not going to glue these on the video, but I'm just going to pretend we're gluing these. So the first one should glue on there with that beveled edge facing forward. And then our second one, you want to glue it on this side. So there you've already got the two. And then when you glue the center one in, you've got a bit of room to move it back and forth between the two. There we are. The camera seems to have trouble with the focus lock. Okay, so you'd glue that between there, and then you have that, so now you can move this one back and forth in the center. And now you'll see that you can actually see those little ribs inside between the three chillers. So that is basically how you're going to do your new chiller panels to your warp engines. Well, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Monster Hobbies Let's Build It, where I got to show you the Magnatomic Flux Constriction first stage improvements. Yes, quite big words from the old Franz Joseph Tech manual. And if you would like to help to contribute to this channel with a small donation, please go to our YouTube homepage and look in the banner, underneath the banner, for a little PayPal icon, and click there, and it'll help you do the rest. And if you'd like to see what other cool model kits we have, check us out here at www.monster-hobbies.ca for something maybe you would like, or a gift for somebody, who knows. And if you missed seeing how I built the entire warp engine originally right out of the box, please check it out here. Check out these other two great Star Trek videos there, and don't forget to like and subscribe to us right over here. And until next time, live long and prosper, and good luck on your model.